God, I don't know how I'm gonna formulate a single thought.
I know. I'm
need to
sorry
be-
I did this.
I need to be like dunked in a bath of ice.
Dude, it really is like it's gnarly.
You
over
would
here.
come out of that bath of ice going,
No, I think it would reset my brain. I honestly do. I think it would
you do
just-
an ice bucket challenge to get the Venga bus
It would
out of
like
our heads.
freeze the song and stop it.
It would freeze the Venga bus quarter of your brain.
Exactly. Do you have any ice cubes?
It's the Venga bus has calcified your pineal.
It has.
Oh.
It literally has. Don't joke about it.
Venga bus like tranquilized me.
I know it like paralyzes all thought.
It does.
There should be a spell in D&D called Venga Bus where like you inflict psychic damage and they like are
They're
in
literally-
a stupor.
I think they could play Venga Bus on me while doing open heart surgery, and I like wouldn't notice. or
Yeah,
care.
it's true.
It's very much the vibe.
That's
Like
the vibe.
honestly, that I need to start using Venga Bus as more of a coping mechanism.
It's really, honestly, for the last couple of weeks, anytime I need to hype myself up, I start playing Venga bus because I'm just like,
the opposite to me. I feel like
No, I'm with
I've
you.
been hyped down.
No, I agree. Like, it's, for me, it's not like. I think what I could do though is like if I have to do something awful or painful.
yeah,
like, I
that's
could
more
play
what it is.
Venga
It's like
Bus.
if I have to do something like really boring at work, I play the Venga bus so that like my mind goes into the party.
Yeah.
And it's not connected to what like my hands or body are doing anymore.
Yeah,
My brain is just like, we like to party. We like to party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had to like, I
I'd be
don't
on
know.
the Venga bus.
If I had to perform like a surgery on myself, I would.
I'd listen to
No,
Venga
yeah,
Bus.
like if I was in like an outer
A saw situation.
a saw situation, or like in the apocalypse, if
Yeah.
I like got a cut on my leg and I had to amputate.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
in like horror movies where like there's like a meaningful song and it's always like somewhere, like they'll be like
Yeah.
singing it to
Yeah.
themselves, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
crying
yeah, yeah,
while they
yeah,
fall
yeah.
off their arm.
We'd be like party. We like to party.
90s kid, remember?
It would be just like that, dude. It would be just like that.
And at the very end of the horror movie, then like a bus comes up, like pulls
my
up,
God, yeah.
and like
Really faintly.
pulls away, and you just go, the Venga bus.
But it's like
coming.
But it's like ambiguous. Like it's you
Yeah.
maybe you died and,
And
the
you,
Venga
like-
bus is coming
Right,
to take
it's-
you to
You hear
heaven.
like distorted, like a
Yeah.
tiny bit of the like, is that the Venga Bus?
It's
And the-
it's as they're like crawling out, you know, like
Yeah.
their hands bloody, crawling their
vision
way, and in the
blurry.
distance they see the blurry silhouette and like do 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 do.
But like again, like vague and distorted for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like, is the Venga bus coming? Is it
Yeah.
coming?
Is it gonna
And
be okay?
the trailer for the movie would have like a really like sad weird version of it.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
like in
A
like what is it in
slowed down.
minor key and
Yes.
like yeah.
We like to.
It would be like Venga Bus played in minor key through in the rain from outside
From like a
in a
from, like,
cave.
a child's Victorian like
Yeah.
instrument. Like
yeah.
I mean, imagine
And
playing.
then there would be a child being like, the Venga bus.
yeah.
Yes.
Can you imagine a Victorian child hearing Venga bus for the first time?
Oh my
they'd be
God,
fine, because
dude.
They were all fucked up on like laudanum and cocaine.
They were okay, yeah. So they
No,
would
I
just
don't
be
think
in.
I
they'd
don't
be
would kill a
like,
Victorian child. Wrong. Anything
No.
from Victorian era would kill us.
No, that's why I don't think it would kill a Victorian
Yeah.
child, but I do think it would unlock something within them.
Yeah, and
They'd
they
probably-
That
they
would
go on a
change the
killing
course of
spree.
history.
I think they would probably like learn to ascend to the next. level of
They would
existence.
realize that they were fucked up on laudanum and cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would
And
only
do
make
it
them
more.
stronger.
And they would do it more.
And
Yeah.
then go, oh, I like to party.
They would start the cocaine industry,
Yeah.
like instead of
Yeah.
it just being like, they'd be like, guys, we don't need to drink.
They'd be like, this isn't
Cola.
This isn't medicine.
They're never.
Yeah.
This is for party.
If somebody went back in time and played Venga Bus for a Victorian orphan child, the war on drugs would never have happened.
Maybe.
You're right.
and we would all be on cocaine right now.
Yeah, would all be on cocaine
we would
right
be
now.
in like a society that was like structured around.
It would
Yeah.
literally like we wouldn't. The American dollar would be gone.
No, it'd be all opium and
Right, it'd just be uppers and downers.
yep,
Yeah.
it'd be great.
And the Venga,
Yep.
the Venga,
The Venga bus, we would have
the
great
Venga
public
boy.
transportation.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Venga buses all across the country.
Dude, yeah.
Exactly. But would the Venga Boys, who, if, in case you didn't know,
Are they called that?
That's the artist. Which, you know what? I love that because the Venga Boys is 2 guys and 2 girls. So they're
That's
all
boys.
Venga Boys.
It's
Dude,
a
wow.
generational term.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, but like, if would they have ever been born in the
Right.
new society? Would it be the grandfather paradox?
I think that
Where
there's
they've
like,
killed their own grandfather because he died of
Wow.
laudanum and
Well, here's the
opium
thing.
overdose.
I think that there's
Here's
like
the
no
thing.
reality where the Venga boys don't exist. I think they're like an inevitable constant across all parallel universes.
And I think
Right.
too that like even if it did kill them, like the Vengabus, after having traveled back in time to be played for that orphan, would become the national anthem.
yeah.
So like it's not.
The
it would
song
still
can't
be
escaped.
here.
Fair. It
I
would
think
kind of become a spy. It'd be a Vengaverse
It'd be
situation.
a Vengaverse
I
situation.
mean, I
yeah.
think if there weren't those Venga boys, others would rise to take like
Exactly.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter genetically. It's not like
Yeah,
they were-
but the society would never have been created if they didn't create the song.
Yeah, but being a Venga boy is a state of mind.
I just think that like again, I think it's one of those things where like if our Venga boys hadn't been born, different people would have been born who would have became the Venga boys.
Also, your
Like,
theory.
it's a status. It's not a it's not an individual identity. It's like a profession.
Yes.
So you're
And
saying
also-
that the Vengabus exists discrete from the Venga boys.
Anyone can like
the
to party.
whole idea of the grandfather or the Venga father paradox, as it were,
Yeah.
is reliant on a linear perception of time that cannot be changed or altered and cannot branch out. So, like, if we're talking about multiverse, the
That's
Vengaverse,
true. The Vengaverse.
then
you
the
would
original Venga Boys would still exist in their own universe, in our universe. But there's another universe out there with Victorian orphan children who are listening to the Vengabus
Vengabus.
for the first time right now.
Right. It's
Venga,
called "We
Venga,
Like to
Venga.
Party."
Venga.
The song is called "We Like to Party." Just,
Ain't-
No,
that's-
no, 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 no. The song is called Vengabus.
It's called Vengabus.
I mean, it should be. It should be, but no, it is
Listen,
in fact
we
called "We
all
Like to
know
Party."
that the song is called Vengabus.
It's called Vengabus.
Let's not debate this.
Dude, this is a Mandela effect situation.
No, fuck off.
It is also many people just know it as the Six Flags song.
Well, it's
I
called
literally
Vengabus.
forgot that it was associated with Six Flags.
Yeah, it's that old.
Kind of ruins this for me.
The old man gets off of the bus that is not the Venga bus. It's a different bus, and he does like a dance to it, and they're all like, "Oh, let's go to Six Flags." But he is not. He's not a Venga boy.
Do you think he's lived?
Unless he's the
Unless.
Victorian child.
I was gonna say, like,
Oh my God.
how long do you think he's lived on that bus? Like,
yeah.
So it's the Mandela effect.
What did I say?
Mandala.
Whatever.
I mean, it's
I only
fucking
read
made up
things.
bullshit anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-oh, I shouldn't have said that on the podcast.
It's real.
People are gonna kill me.
It's real.
People are gonna
I mean,
come
well,
after
okay,
me.
real.
no, I mean,
It's real.
it is real in that people, if they think they have, many people will think that they have heard of
Yeah.
a thing that they haven't actually heard of. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Create a
saying it
mass
doesn't indicate anything.
delusion.
It indicates exactly what Juniper is talking about,
Or-
which is that there's a branching universe where it happened.
You're right.
You're right. The Baron, what is it? Is it the Berenstein?
Berenstein. It's Berenstein and Berenstein.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one
Right.
is right.
In one universe, it is.
Berenstain.
Yeah.
What about who's the Berenstein then? There's
That's-
three? Are you
that's
telling me
in-
there's
that's in a
three?
different-
He's a scientist in the books.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually Berenstein's monster, not Berenstein. I don't know if you guys know this.
All right, you guys. Let's party.
Let's like to play D&D.
Let's
I
let's
like to party.
like to party.
All
All right. Quickly, let's introduce ourselves.
Who? What?
Noelle is dying. Noelle was possessed by the spirit of.
Too much about the Vengabus. Yeah.
to look directly into the Venga buses.
I don't like it. I don't like that song.
You don't like the Vengabus song?
Like that song?
I mean, no,
Do
I
you
don't-
even like to party?
I
I feel like I
It's
need
like
to
you're
state
not even from this universe.
for the record that I don't like that song. That song has a death grip upon
Yeah,
my
it's a
brain.
hold.
True.
That
There's
I-
a difference.
I agree.
I saw somebody mention the Vengabus on like Tumblr or something, and I went, "Oh, that's right. How did that song go?" And I listened to it once, and now it has just been in the back of my brain,
Yeah.
going, "We like to party. we like to party.
And we do.
Literally constantly for the past several weeks. And also, I'm Kat.
Good one.
Nice.
I'm Noelle, and I feel like my brains have been scooped out by an ice cream scoop. And I play Fran, and she's about to kill everyone.
Cool.
That's cool. I'm Juniper. I believe that certain individuals who I won't name, who may be on this podcast, are infiltrating from another universe. And I'm just gonna say that you can tell who's a real Earthling based on how they react when they hear the Vengabus. And I won't go into any further detail than that. And I play Corbin.
I'm here from the Sleepy Time universe.
And he's
Gonna be killed.
he's gonna be killed by Fran in this episode.
Cool.
One of my victims.
Hey, everybody. What? Oh, well, I changed my name. I did. I'm Errol.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, the spirit of the Vengabus.
The Vengabus.
This intro was supposed to be about that. We got because
For a
that's why
moment,
the spirit of the Vengabus.
I was so focused on Vengabus that I forgot that names were even real. No, I mean, it's true. You lose yourself.
You do.
You lost yourself. You lost your name. You came back. New name.
Yep.
New Vengabus.
That's what the Vengabus does
Man,
too.
you lose yourself on the bus, dog.
Vengabus will trans your gender.
It's watch out. It's the downward. So I'm Errol now. Woo! Pretty exciting.
Errol.
Yes. ERROL because I'm an old man.
air roll.
Wait.
And somebody on Tumblr.
There's two
asked.
L's.
No, there's not.
There's not.
Wait, ERROL.
ERROL.
How have I been spelling
Only one
it?
L.
Have I been spelling it with
I
two
mean,
L's?
I wouldn't be mad, but it's only one L.
I don't think I've spelled it once, and
Just like
therefore
O'Neill.
I win.
I lost the other L on the Vengabus.
Yeah.
No, I've been spelling it right. Okay, cool. Thank God. Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, I would have violently fucking killed you.
I know that.
I really care a lot about spelling. I play Slake, a half-orc fighter who will be killed today by Fran, as we've already discussed.
Woohoo!
Yes. Beautiful.
I guess I do spell it with one L.
Wow, you've been spelling it right and you didn't even know.
I don't know.
That's what the Vengabus does.
That's how it does.
You don't even
dude.
know what you're doing.
Well, it's because when you got on the Vengabus, it was spelled with two L's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
and then when you left.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Vengabus was like, that second L is actually superfluous and you don't need it. And I was like, you're
Vengabus
right,
was like,
Vengabus.
Don't take the L.
Yeah. They said, don't take the L.
Thank you, Noelle, for
No, it's
laughing
good.
at my
I
joke.
didn't
Welcome,
even laugh
everybody.
because I was just like, that was just really solid. You know,
Thanks,
That was a
everybody.
Just like the
solid
wordplay.
joke.
I was
Solid
just
joke.
like, damn.
I mean,
Thank you.
that's a mark of a professional comedian is if you don't laugh at.
Because you're just too busy intellectually
Yeah, because you're just
appreciating.
you're analytically
Yeah.
analyzing
And you're
every
fucking
aspect.
depressed.
The Vengabus quadrant of your brain is being activated.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
true.
The
That's
four,
true.
Four quadrants of your brain: hungry, sleepy,
Horny.
horny, Vengabus.
Vengabus. Yes.
Okay.
So true.
All right, let's all activate the Vengabus centers of our brain
Let's get
and
into it.
let's get into it. Okay, you arrived back at Estra after hiring a mercenary group, the Kukui Warriors, and also setting loose the Burning Ones, who are the adherents of Raskar the Rage. And you revealed to them and to Raskar that Orestes is his son and Torva has been hiding him. So you're hoping that is useful and not uncontrollably destructive.
No, I'm hoping it's both.
Well, that too.
Well, if we figure out the timing right, maybe we can,
Exactly. So you went back to Estra, and now you're beginning your planning stages. You have contacted gods, the gods that you're on good terms with, to figure out who's on what side, what sort of help you're going to get from the gods. Other people that you've contacted a bunch of your allies. Obviously, you've got the Estrans, the Kukui warriors, and then you also have contracted the pirates, and they are coming to help you. The Madrians are sending what they can, but there's not much. Ilfrins and the Boars, you've contacted them. The Maeri, they're sending cavalry. These orcs from Chakal Chahar, you're getting some people from there. And then there's the dwarves. Obviously, you've deposited them. they aren't. You don't have fighters there, but there will be fighters, dwarven fighters within the city.
Yeah, who are still there.
Yeah, who are still there. So basically the Essedel resistance that is still in the city. So you've got those on your side as well.
And the Estrans, like 100 magic
Yep,
users.
you've got 100 magic users, and then the Kukui warriors are 50 fighter types. And then some drama happened.
Yes.
If we remember, yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Fran contacted Kai, and Kai told Fran, hey, you got to keep Corbin awake, unable to help Maeri, so that I can put her through mommy boot camp.
Yeah.
And make her more
Just a
powerful.
really awful way to say that.
That's what I
really not.
that is what I wrote down in my notes.
Sounds
Awful,
real
awful,
bad.
And you know,
I don't think it sounds bad.
hey. Okay, so Maeri can now hear all prayers constantly, and also has gained the ability to be psychically heard, basically from wherever. And that was hard for everybody because she woke up screaming and begging for the voices to stop, and the Estran attendants were like, hey, we've seen this before with the last goddess that's happened. You know, we've got techniques to help her deal with it. You know, you guys don't worry. She'll be fine by the morning. And then Fran went and talked to Laika and revealed that, Laika was chosen by Torva as his champion. And Laika was like, well, this is a great plot reason for Kat not to have to do this voice during the final battle. All right. So you guys, do you sleep the rest of the night?
I mean, how late was it when this fucked up thing happened?
I'll say 2 a.m.
I don't know.
So I went to go talk to Laika.
Yep, and you two finished your conversation, and
Yeah.
I assume you came back to the group.
Yeah. I think Fran would come back to the group
Mhm.
and like so tired that her eyes are like rolling back in her head, but at the same time like can't quite lose consciousness.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Corbin, but I feel like we would have maybe like just camped out like in the hallway, so we could be right nearby. So we maybe
Yeah.
just brought like our bedrolls and are just like waiting to see if there's any update, trying maybe to sleep,
Yeah.
but not having a great time with that.
Corbin, I think, Corbin would be, I mean, he doesn't have to try to sleep. Like, that's just his preternatural ability to
Frankly,
sleep through
he's
anything.
the being awake is
Yeah, that would probably make him more anxious.
yeah.
So he's probably like dead ass asleep. Like you will have to stab him through to wake him up.
Well, you know, he's dream guardian of the dreams.
Yeah. Dream Guardian of the Dreams.
All right, so you guys spend the night in the hallway in various levels of wakefulness and sleep. And in the morning, the attendants come out of Mary's room and they tap you on the shoulder. They'll say, Slake, you look the most wakeful, so I think they approach you first. They say, all right, she's resting now. She said she'll be out in an hour or so. Can we get you anything? Hot towel?
Sure, yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
And she nods and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, she's going to be okay. Don't worry.
Oh, I tear up and I pat their hand on my shoulder.
And the attendant departs, and another attendant comes back a little while later with some hot towels and some muffins and a little pot of tea for you all.
That's really nice. Thank you.
And then they nod and leave. And do you guys eat? Are you able to eat? Do you feel like eating?
Corbin's still asleep.
Corbin's still asleep. Okay.
I think tea and a muffin would be good. Yeah.
Honestly.
I think I put the hot towel like on my face for a minute.
Yeah, Fran puts the towel over her eyes and does not like move to eat or drink.
All right. So you guys hang out.
Nobody puts a hot towel over Corbin, huh?
I mean, do you want?
Yeah, but you could cover his face with the
And
towel.
while
you
you're
wanna wake
asleep?
up,
You
waterboarded? Nobody even checks to see if Corbin wants to be waterboarded. I mean, can we have some consideration here, please? Can we think of somebody other than ourselves?
No,
No.
All right.
not in this moment.
All right.
I mean, maybe I should. I mean, I guess if they say Mary's gonna be okay, maybe I should wake Corbin up to let him know. Corbin? Hey.
No response.
I kind of shake his little shoulder.
Nope. Yeah, like I said, you're gonna have to get violent.
You piss me off.
Good, you're gonna have to get violent.
I don't want to. I'm tired.
Waterboard me.
No. I mean, I guess we could just let him sleep a little longer.
I mean, you can wake me up. You just gonna have to like punch me or something, dog. You're gonna have to do it eventually.
You're so fucking weird.
It's Corbin.
No.
Fran will probably do it though.
No.
No, but everybody lets you sleep, Corbin.
Okay, well then
Corbin, you sleep.
You have to have your own agency now, Corbin.
Yeah.
Shit. You know I hate that.
All right, so about a little while later, maybe not even quite an hour later, the door to Mary's room creaks open, and Mary pokes her head out, and she gives you guys kind of a shaky smile.
Oh my god, Fran like scrambles up to her feet and like grabs Mary and is like, "Are you okay?"
Mary nods, and she brings her hands up to sign, and then pauses, and then continues to sign, and she says, "I'm okay. I feel weird." But, my mother's old attendants had a lot of tricks to help me filter the noise. So I'll be okay.
Did they work?
She nods and then sort of wiggles her head in a, like, so. I can still hear them, but they're not so much at the front of my mind, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Fran kicks Corbin in the head. Wake up! Mary's up!
Mary! Corbin wakes up.
You don't say?
Corbin's awake.
Is Corbin awake?
Corbin is awake.
Did he enjoy that?
Yeah,
Did
he
he
did.
like that?
He liked it.
Oh, horrible. Okay.
He didn't, but he's glad to be awake because Mary's there, and he runs over to Mary and and hugs her.
Oh, don't worry. I'm okay. It needed to happen, I think.
I don't like that. I feel like that can't be true.
Yeah, why would you say that, Mary?
Because I can do more now. I think I can do a lot more now.
Oh.
And she sort of fidgets with her hands and then signs. Is it okay if I keep signing instead of talking psychically?
Of course.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, what? Wait, what? Yeah, what? Yeah.
I just feels I've never been able to talk without my hands, and that doesn't feel like me to do it, to talk like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. She nods. I mean, I guess it'll be useful to be able to psychically shout across the battlefield.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Yeah. Do you think how far do you think you can do it? Can you like answer someone's prayer from across the world, or?
Mary nods. I think I could. I mean, the further away they are, the less my power extends, but I think I'm starting to understand why the gods don't want to live like this forever. I can't imagine living the next 10,000 years like this. So.
Well, you won't have to. We're gonna find a solution.
And Mary nods. Signs, yeah. But first we're going to stop Torva. So, I guess let's get started. Corbin,
Yeah.
we've got work to do.
Okay. Yes, montage. With the music starting, right?
Mary looks at you. I don't know. Are you going to start singing?
The things you say, Corbin.
What? Oh, what's a good montage song?
There's nothing that could be a good montage song that we wouldn't get a DMCA takedown notice on.
If we sing it really bad.
Is this another TV thing? Buddy?
Yeah.
Are you okay, buddy?
Never mind, you guys. You don't get it. All right, let's go. Let's go, Mary. I'm ready. Let's go.
So Mary takes you guys out to the field outside of Estra, between Estra and the Dwarven Hill. But Mary points to a plant on the ground, it's a pretty pink flower, and she looks over to Fran and signs, "Fran, can you make that big?"
I mean, how big do you want it?
How big is a boat?
Okay, I'm gonna need some help on this one, Mary. I hold out my hand.
Mary takes it, and it is like someone turned on a faucet. Like there's no effort now. There's no fighting against your magic or hers. It's just like she has just handed you a spigot of magic.
Oh wow. Okay, I touch the plant, and I would assume I make it like way bigger than I meant to.
It just
It's like literally grows into like a huge beanstalk. Oh, what? Whoa! Holy shit!
Mary nods and then signs, "Yeah, there's a lot of people praying to survive." Corbin?
Yeah. I don't know how to make boats, Mary. I'm gonna just put that right out front.
No, but you know how to make a portal. Let's open up a portal to Sparrow Island.
Oh. Okay. All right.
You want to bring the boat here?
I guess I'll do that then. Okie dokie.
I remember there's big trees, right, on Sparrow Island, Cat?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I guess I
There's like a palm tree, yeah.
I fucking do it, yeah. All
You'll
right.
open up a palm tree, and Mary takes your shoulder, and again, it's just like that spigot of magic, and you holding this, you could hold it indefinitely. You could hold this open forever, as long as you are getting power from Mary.
Damn.
And she nods and says, "Okay, I'm going to hope this works." And then she heads through the portal. And you both still feel that spigot of magic. Like there is still a tether. No matter how far Mary has just gone, you are still feeling it. It lessens, it tapers off the longer she's gone. But you can still feel it. It is almost unsettling. And then a minute later, a boat crashes through the portal.
Oh my god!
All right. Okay.
And there are a lot of pirates yelling. And Mary you see her on the deck of the ship, basically making like a motion like she is driving this ship forward across the dirt until it is sitting in the middle of the
Mary,
field.
the wild grasses, Mary. Come on.
Do we want the ship on the ground?
Mary wants
Don't-
ship on ground.
Don't ask questions.
Mary, stops what she's doing. The ship comes to a halt. The portal closes. The plant sort of withers and falls down.
Oh.
And she looks around and then signs, "I might not have thought this one through."
Mary!
That's okay. You've been through a lot, Mary. I'm sure we can figure it out.
And Captain Carr comes storming up from the ship, and he yells, "What? How the hell did we get here?"
This is what we wanted. This is all according to plan.
Mary signs, "Sorry, I probably should have asked." And he looks around and goes, "What the hell? We were on..." And Mary sort of shrugs and signs, "You said you'd come help as long as we didn't send Slugbird."
We did not send Slugbird. So
Well, we sent them elsewhere.
Yeah.
Hello, Captain Carr. Fran tries to scurry up the side of the ship, and I will make an athletics check.
Oh yeah, make me an athletics check. Tell me how good you scurry.
Oh, you're not so bad. I got a 15, which makes it a 14.
Okay, so with a 14, you scurry and you arrive slightly out of breath.
Mm-hmm. Hey, right. So We need a ship. I like look over at Mary, like transmit me your plan. Why did you do this?
Mary signs. Mary kind of like turns away from Captain Carr so she can sign just to you, Fran. Signs. I just sort of thought that they'd be the easiest to grab, and I didn't really think this for any further than that.
Okay, so you have been summoned by a very good god, and we're gonna save the world. So welcome to that. And I hold out my hand to shake.
And Captain
Formal summoning procedures.
This was just a test to make sure that we had the process figured out.
And it worked exactly as planned.
And Captain Carr shakes your hand, Fran, but does not look very enthusiastic about it. He says, all right, well, we're certainly happy to help, but I don't know exactly how our boat's going to serve you here in this open field.
We'll move the boat.
Yeah, well, don't worry, we'll put it back in some water, some different water.
Mary signs, there's a river nearby. I think the boat will go in the river.
And if it doesn't, there's a lot of other options.
We'll get the boat back to the water.
We have a moon pool.
It'll be fine. And Captain Carr sort of looks around and nods and says, so, this is where the army's gathering? And Mary nods and she asks, how many other ships do you have at Sparrow Island? I saw a couple. And he says, we've got about 5 now. I think the 6th, though, it's out of port at the moment, and also, I think, too small to really be of much use. So Mary nods. She starts to look back at Corbin, and Captain Carr goes, but I think we should have a better plan in place before you start moving all of my boats to this open field without water.
Between me and Fran, we can make the field.
That's not the problem.
Have water.
That's not the issue, Corbin.
I'm just saying, like, if that is
right,
the issue.
But it's not.
Okay, but if it was.
But it isn't, so we don't need to talk about it. Yeah, we'll probably transport them elsewhere. We might need multiple ones in multiple different locations.
I see. Well, do you have a plan to get me back there so I can give orders to my crews? And Mary sort of pauses and signs. Yes, we can send you back. Right, Corbin?
Mary? Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
With what I experienced just now, we can send we could put the ship fucking back where it came from. If you wanted it to go back. I don't even think Fran needs to make a flower big. I could probably just open a portal in the ground.
Mary nods. Great. Then yeah, we can send you back. And Captain Carr nods and says, well, is there anyone else? Other generals, leaders? And Mary goes, oh, yes. Start a war council?
Yes.
That's the word, yes.
That was what we planned to do
Yes.
when we came out to this open field.
Yes. We're starting a war council. Leica will show you to a meeting room.
Fran pats Mary on the shoulder and uses her magic to use the spell creation to like make a fun war meeting tent out here.
Ah, nice.
And it's like very beautiful.
And
with many beads.
And Mary goes, over there is the general's tent. Other leaders will be joining us soon. Corbin?
Yeah.
Let's get those other leaders.
Okay. Hold my hand, Mary.
Hello, listeners. It's a creepy, seasonally appropriate mid-roll for you here at Legend Lark. I'm your host, Scarel, adding extra layers of confusion onto what was already a very messy process of rolling out my name change. Pretty eerie stuff. Anyway, I didn't think this long would elapse between my mid-rolls. Yes, the relentless passage of time, truly the most frightening thing of all. But fortunately, we at Legend Lark have found some respite from the horrors in our dear listeners. To that end, thank you to our new donors on Patreon, Doug Indrick, Becky Rose, Arden Stryker, and Cody Ross. With your support, I expect that one day we will be able to be exhumed from our shared crypt and walk the earth once again, making our podcast a bane on all mankind, as well it should be. Your support is vital, and about that I am dead serious. If you want access to delightful treats, you can support us on Patreon. For male tier patrons, we have some shockingly superb mail coming up for late October, a double feature of pleasing prints from Juniper and yours truly. And of course, we'll be sending out our ghoulishly gorgeous yearly gift in December, which I'm very proud of and excited to get into your eager little hands. And what's this? I sense a presence here in this room. Could it be the reviewers on Apple Podcasts, Margarita Pizza, and Pressurized Salmon? We sense your kind words from beyond the veil, and we send our gruesome gratitude. Pop, crack, the sound of my skeleton rattling around. Am I talking about a zany prop skeleton or merely the skeleton that lives inside me? You'll have to live with the ambiguity. It's an audio medium. Oh, and while I was rattling these old bones, I've uncovered this dusty scroll on my desk. What could it be? A terrifying personal message from the online store, and it's got blood on it. Ooh, think about that. Ahem. This is from the Chaos Demons, and it reads, Dear Game Goddess, thank you for being the world's greatest GG ever. For almost 4 years, you have done an amazing job combining storytelling and combat for our beloved characters. We would not be where we are now without your insistence on being chaotic X-Men. Hey, remember that time we joked about one of the main villains looking like Air Bud in high heels? Or that time we punted another villain to death and we couldn't stop laughing for 10 minutes straight? Good times, good times. Anyway, us players here wanted you to know how amazing you are as we are wrapping up our first campaign. What a better gift than to get a shout-out on your favorite podcast ever. We love you, Allie. Love, your personal chaos demons, Kyle, Kev, and Zoe. Bone chilling. But there's life in this mid-roll yet. Before it breathes its last gasp, I have 2 more wonderful fangs to thank. Like, fangs? Fans? Is that anything? Anyway, this shambling corpse was recognized by a listener out in the wide world, so I wanted to give a big shout-out and thank you to Annabelle for making my day, and for the discount on the bubble tea. And now you are forever immortalized in the podcast, like a vampire or something. I don't know, man, that's scary, right? But seriously, thank you a lot. That was so cool. And, and another fan went above and beyond the grave, because it's Halloween, by sending us a petrifying package of delights. Riley, wow, holy shit, thank you. What an incredibly sweet thing to do. We're all floored. Thank you so much for your beautiful artwork and for the tea, fidgets, pins, and everything. We so appreciate your thoughtful gifts, and we will cherish them and also consume some of them. I'll post that art on our socials, so keep an eye out, everybody. These paintings are really wonderful. If any of you listeners are longing to send us any macabre mail, or like just regular mail, you can find our P.O. Box info at legendlark.com/contact. Well, would you look at that? A big spider is coming to eat my whole entire body. But before I go, a message to Chantel. Chantel, the code word is emotional support knife. The sleeper agent is active. Go!
So, the work of gathering your allies from the many far-flung corners of the world, something that should have taken months, between you and Maeri, Corbin, it only takes a matter of days.
Mm-hmm.
You find that after the first couple of portals, you need to take a pretty long break just to recover yourself. The magic feels like it starts ripping through you, and you need to take a break and take a breath. But between the two of you, in the next couple of days, you summon everyone from everywhere. Madria sends a full complement of their finest fighters, well, the ones they can spare, with Queen Tenevine at their head, joined by her brother-in-law, Prince Azam. The company stands resplendent in their beautiful polished armor, though there are only a few hundred, with standards representing the Elias royal family, the Winians, the Greenspires, and that's it. They regret that they have no ships to send, as they've only begun the process of rebuilding their navy, but they're sending what they can. Tenevine herself will not be able to fight. If this battle truly is the last against Torva, then she wants to be with her people to lead and protect them. But she will help you plan.
Hi, how are you? How's your cool wife? Thanks for coming.
Tenevine smiles and says, Lilia as well, thank you for asking. She is, in fact, we are talking about adopting a child.
Oh my god. Couldn't be me. Congrats.
Thank you. I only hope that I can give them a better world than the one I've lived in. So once you and Tenevine are done talking, Fran, you see Maeri opening up another portal, and through it come the promised forces from Danmar. The Danmari riders, 1,000 strong, gallop through their portal on horseback, charging the field with practiced maneuvers and splitting to either side to make way for the rest of the company.
Damn.
Yeah, you get this tiny little force from Madria, and then it's just
Danmari, the Danmarians who are also fighting another war on the side.
well, as we've previously discussed, they weren't able to use their cavalry, so they've just got a shit ton of cavalry to send you guys.
Hell yeah.
King Abasi rides with them, though he has one arm in a sling and a still healing scar that cuts down the left side of his face and neck. He fought in the Battle of Farah Mountain, but brings good tidings. As of 3 days ago, the battle is won. Torva's troops withdrew back to Torva's Jaw, and the tieflings have reclaimed their home. The four of you are standing in the field as Maeri has come back on the back of the king's horse. And she slides down off the horse, and the king prances his horse to a stop. And the king tells you about the battle at Farah Mountain, the brave tieflings and how they drove the invaders out of their home. He says, now it's time for the bigger fight. We will, all of us together, crush Torva down to his very bones.
That's the plan. So you came from the battle at Fire Mountain, sir?
Yes, we indeed.
Did you happen to see a very hot young man who had godly powers of shooting daggers out of his hands?
Yes, you speak of the betrayer. He was a good ally to us. I believe he is still with the tieflings, last I heard.
Okay, so he didn't come with you?
I returned home to Danmar to gather our cavalry after I received your first message.
Okay.
Maybe we could check in with the tiefling force over at the mountain.
Maeri signs, that's not a bad idea, though I don't know who they could send us,
Well,
besides Phelan.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know how he's doing.
She nods, and then you hear Prince Azam shouting from nearby. He says, Father, get down off that horse!
Uh-oh.
And the king looks taken aback. He goes, my son! I'm glad we will fight together again, just back at Ilfra. And his son goes, no, father, we are not both riding into this battle. You need to return home. You need to be there to lead our people. And the king sort of goes, psh. And Azam looks at the four of you.
What?
Why are you looking at us?
He is injured and a very fit man of 60 plus years.
He's that? What?
Damn.
He doesn't look a day over 25.
I don't know if I go that far, but
Oh, well, you know.
Corbin can't tell people.
I don't know how old bitches are.
I don't. Yeah, listen to your son. Unless you
No,
don't want to.
Listen, yeah, you're an adult. You make your own choices. But be responsible. So, just taking all the factors and then make a weighed decision based on logic and reason.
And Azam shakes his head and says, Father, we'll discuss this further. Come on. And they head off towards the general's tent, arguing.
It was awkward.
Yeah. Family squabbles, am I right, you guys? Sucks when good lucky for us we don't have any family.
Good one, Corbin.
Thanks, man.
Mary looks at you, Corbin, and touches her heart a little sadly and goes, I thought we were family.
No, it's different though. Yeah, obviously, yes, Mary. Obviously, don't make. Oh God, Jesus.
Wow, Corbin, you fucked up.
It's different with found family.
Bad one,
blood
Corbin.
related.
Bad one, Corbin.
Corbin sits down on the ground.
Anyways, well, we should try to contact Phelan, but we can't do it through praying to him.
That's right, because evil Phelan will hear you.
it was Slugbird busy.
Yes.
Yes. Slugbird's on a very important mission.
Slugbird's watching the burning ones and transmitting data back to us.
Mary signs.
Correct. Slugbird has become an invaluable resource.
Absolutely crucial to the operation.
What about, could we send, Abba?
You're going to send a god on a...
Yeah, send a god to talk to a god.
Talk to a god.
I guess so.
Couldn't we just send a sending to Fire Mountain?
Mary signs. Yeah, that would work. All right, so then what do you want to say in the sending? Just say.
So Fran closes her eyes and says, Hi, Phelan. It's me, Fran. We're gathering forces to attack Torva in Esudel. Do you want to come help? And she sort of winces when she says that, and then she mutters, just, only come if you really want to. Okay? Also, can you talk to Farah for me? Is she down to go to war?
Is she
Again.
DTW?
I hope you're safe. Goodbye.
Is she DTWA, down to go to war again?
DTF, down to fight.
Yeah, there we go. Actually, that works good. Yeah. Okay. So the sending goes through, and you don't get an immediate reply back, but you get a message received, sort of.
Okay.
He left you on red.
I mean, that's typical Phelan.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's typical Phelan.
There's nothing else you could expect.
Yep. So after you sent your sending to Phelan, and I'll say it's probably the next day, Mary and Corbin open up the portal to Ilfra, and there are no legions. No platoons. There's not even a company. The first few to come are just a dozen soldiers, led by General Olivia. And she holds her chin high as the elves march through, but the others shift, looking around at the Maeri and Madrian companies that have already been summoned, and they seem ashamed of their thin numbers.
No, they should be bolstered by the fact that they're joining big numbers.
Yeah, they should feel good about it.
Olivia sort of gives you guys a half-hearted smile and says, I only took volunteers. Most of our forces were never fighters to begin with, and they don't want to go back to war, but open another portal soon, and maybe some more will come through.
It's okay. It was really, thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm. She nods and says, Torva tried to destroy our home once. Well, we're not going to let him destroy the whole world.
Good plan.
Yeah, we're not.
So the next time that you open up the portal to Ilfra, no more soldiers come through. The Ilfrins they're done fighting. However, Mary comes through first, sort of shaking her head, and then a torrent of boars come pouring through the portal.
Princess Button, okay!
Mary is grabbed up from the field by Alden, who is perched on the curve of Varahara's tusk.
Yes!
And Alden jumps down with Mary, who sort of looks a little bit taken aback, and Alden jumps down with Maeri and sets her on the ground and looks at you three, and shakes his head and says, "Well, you haven't gotten any stronger, have you?"
It's so good to see you, Alden. I say.
Excuse me.
Mary's gotten much stronger.
I just opened a portal in the ground, idiot.
I scoop up Alden in a big ol' hug.
Oh, no, we don't have to do this. No.
I pick him up.
Oh, no.
And I say,
Fran joins the hug. Yeah, Corbin does too. Yay.
I'm so glad you're all right. And I'm so glad you brought Varahara, I say. And I jump onto Varahara's side and just am like
I also
all
jump
up in the
next,
fur.
Next
Yeah,
I'm in
same.
heaven.
I'm crawling up.
I love
And Varahara rumbles his pledge to fight, and Alden rolls his eyes and says, "Well, we couldn't exactly just let Torva run amok. And also Varahara wanted to come fight, so I guess I had to come and make sure everything was fine."
I'm like just still in Varahara's fur.
Yeah, we don't
I'm just, like,
respond. We're
stroking it.
inside the bristles.
But I
Whatever you say, poor boy.
Or whatever, cruel boy.
I'm inside of Varahara.
Ew.
Don't be. You guys are all nasty perverts. You guys are all
You're a
sick.
nasty pervert. You said you're inside Varahara.
that's our dad.
That's our dad.
I'm inside his fur. I'm a lost in there. I'm in his big beard. I'm swimming through the fibers.
Oh my gods, I forgot how fucking weird you all are. Okay,
We needed this, Alden.
Yeah. All right, so by the end of the first week, the green field outside of Estra is filled with encampments of soldiers, tents, cooking fires, and forges, even as more and more fighters stream in. 500 orcs and another 200 camp followers who spin and cook and mend march in from the scattered tribes gathered at Chakal Chahar. Slake, you recognize their banners. The Sandstorm orcs have come to your aid once again, but there are also banners from the Silver Rock orcs, who live high in the mountains, and the Waveborn orcs, who test their strength against sea monsters. The Red Cavern orcs, in their rust colors and masks, come through, and Namavi is among them.
Namavi, it's so good to see you again.
She, as you run for a hug, she sticks out her hand for a handshake.
Oh, well, I take her hand in the handshake and then I pull her into a hug.
Smooth.
I'm glad you're okay.
You are? Well, that pleases me.
Good, I say.
By the middle of the second week, there are people coming in that you don't recognize. They're coming on foot through the forest. A group in pastel colors come with Ava the Songbird, offering to use the divine blessings of their god to augment the strength and speed of your troops. A group of spear fighters have come from a place called South Downs. They carry no banner and claim that their god has abandoned them to fight for evil, so honor demands they must strike him down. A group of clumsy teenagers sneak into camp after dark, calling themselves the Hands of the Killany. Slake and Corbin, you know these kids. They're from that tiny town you found in the forest north of Hero's Gate. They insist that after everything that happened, they are still the chosen of the Killany, and they are here to help.
Well, I'm glad that your cult is working towards community good.
I mean, if you're gonna have a cult, this is the way to do it. So
You guys are endorsing the children's cult.
you guys are leading by example, and
Things
that's
were rough while I was
all
gone.
that we can ask for. No one else is talking but me.
Mary signs, I thought that the Killany weren't coming to help. And the group sort of looks at each other, and one of them says, well, actually, the Killany maybe told us not to come, but you helped set us straight once, and so we're here to do what we can.
Way to escape that high control group.
You're children, though.
Hey, you're no older than us.
Wait,
how
old are they?
They're teenagers.
Oh,
teenagers.
okay.
We're like teenagers on the cusp of adulthood.
Yeah, but they're like, maybe a year younger than you.
Okay, well,
But that is also very much like a very teenager thing to
it's
be
a
like,
very
you're an
teenager
actual baby, you're 17 and
Yeah.
I'm 18.
So jot that down.
I don't know. I look at Fran and Corbin. I'm like, do we want to expose them to the horrors of war?
Yeah, why not? Why not? You got an opposition to that?
I mean,
I'd put a 5-year-old in battle.
Corbin, that's a little far.
I mean, like, if they... Well, okay. Yeah, all right. You guys made your point. That's fine.
Anyway, I'm fine with exposing these guys to the horror of battle.
Thank you, Fran, for having my back.
Yeah,
Mary
I don't
said-
have your back about the 5-year-old.
That's okay. That's okay. You know what? I would like to apologize for that. I'll make a public apology.
Yeah, you
later.
messed up.
I'll do better.
And Mary signs, maybe we use them as support somewhere.
I was so scared about where that sentence was going to end.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
Mary sends them off to figure out who their leader is and then have that leader meet with the other leaders. More fighters, adventurers come in small groups. These are people who have cut their teeth on trapped and monster-infested old ruins and have now come to find glory in what people are saying will be the greatest battle of their age. The field swells with people, and Mary has to switch to helping Estrans magic up enough food for everyone each day. Each night, the leaders of these disparate groups meet to talk strategy, to debate the best use of their forces and jab their fingers into maps. The forges, set up with the help of the Estrans, churn out a river of armor and weapons each day. Artificers pore over plans for ways to protect the magic users from the cold iron that Torva is so fond of using. Children and elderly find other work among the camps, mending clothes, sorting, and packing supplies. The last to come are the gods. From the little river that runs down from the mountain, the water bubbles and churns until Rove emerges with her torrent of watery hair. Then beautiful Lalina washes ashore clothed in sea foam. Finally, terrible Saturnus storms up the bank, leaving cold and withered grass in his wake. When they appear, there is a flash of golden light, of movement too quick for the eye to follow, and standing among them is Wea the archer on the back of her golden fox.
Girl.
Yes.
When they appear, Mary, like, you all are at it in a different point in the camp. You're somewhere else, and Mary straightens up and she signs, someone's here. Something feels different.
Good different or bad different?
And she turns around and sees, you all kind of see just like this ripple of commotion coming towards you from the direction of the river. And as it happens, this troop of gods is just strolling through the camp, Sertanus leaving behind just a trail of dead, frosted over grass as he trails the group.
Do you think they want a tent?
Mary signs, I don't know if they sleep. And as they approach your group, Sertanus crosses his huge pale arms over his chest and glowers, but Rove steps forward and she raises her chin to look Mary in the eye and says, we have come to fight. Torva took our brother Bruva twice over, and he took Wea's lover for nothing but spite. We will not let him do this again. And Mary sort of nods and goes, great!
Do we need to like set anything up for them? Like, do they want
A tent.
anything?
Do they want a
Do
tent?
they need a charcuterie board? We have cold cuts.
We require nothing.
Do you want a tent?
We have cold cuts.
We do not require cold cuts. Though a shelter to shield us from the eyes of mortals would be appreciated.
Okay, Fran holds hands with Mary and, like, a little ways away from the general's tent, she creates an even more lavish, even more beaded with, like, gold and silver and everything, and, like, filled with, like, pillows and beautiful lamps. Tent.
Yes.
And Mary says, stay as long as you like.
Gods
but
love glamping.
gods love glamping, absolutely.
Love to glam.
But Mary, before they depart, Mary says, "But my lady, Wea, is there a title that I should call you, Queen?" And Wea sort of looks at her and says, "Child, we are family. You may use my name." And Mary nods. Right. You're Torva's sister. You're all under Rael. And she gives us a grin, but it's more like a baring of teeth. And she says, yes, the hands that hold his reins hold mine too. But my will is stronger than his. And no matter how they tug, I will tug back. And Maeri nods and says, cool.
Very cool.
Damn.
Next to arrive is a person that you almost don't recognize, save for the fact that they seem to simply appear. The shadows melt away, and there they are, misty and almost incorporeal. And that's when you realize it's the Grey. No longer a child. They have aged 10, 15 years in the time that you've been apart. And the Grey steps out from the shadows and whispers, I've come to help.
I wave enthusiastically at them.
Corbin also waves and says, "Hey, buddy, you remember that really good speech I gave you?"
I do. I think of it often.
Oh, you guys see that? I'm a mentor.
What in the world?
It's good to see you. You look good.
Yeah, you seem to have grown up really fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, the Grey crosses their arms and shifts a little uncomfortably and says, I do not feel myself in this form. V had blessed me to be a child as long as I wished. Something happened and now I'm not. So.
Oh, that's vague and ominous.
Yeah, that's pretty. Well, okay. I'm sorry about that.
I will be all right. It is not so bad to have a grown body. I can reach high shelves now.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great,
that's
buddy.
Really good. I mean, that's huge. Like physically and like.
You don't have to talk to me like I'm a child anymore. My brain developed too.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure.
I mean, I would have
hug?
talked to you the same way.
Yeah, that's just how Slake talks.
Corbin, has your brain developed yet?
Actually, no. I mean, technically, none.
Hey, what? Why don't you let my brain speak for itself, okay?
Well, I'm just saying that physiologically speaking,
Do you know my
Yeah.
human biology? Anyways, the Grey, physiologically speaking, the human brain does not fully develop until age 25.
that's so interesting, Corbin. Where do you learn that?
That's just a fact that I know.
Right. Well, anyway, I came to help.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We're really glad that you're here.
Thanks, weird person.
Hey, Fran?
What?
No, nothing.
I don't know who this is.
Nothing.
By the time you guys look back, the Grey is gone.
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
fun.
Good talk.
So the last of the gods to arrive is the one I know you've really wanted to see this whole time. Someone who's been with you since the very beginning.
Dude, I was actually excited for a minute.
Someone who's been with you since you first fell to Avalis.
Okay.
In fact, the first god that you met on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
From through the camp, you hear, even over the din, even over everything else, you hear the clip, clop, clip, clop,
God.
clip, clop, clip. The clip, clop, clip, clop, clip.
Stop it!
This is a horror.
Can't you see we're already fucking dead?
I'm so tired.
And then you turn, and just as your joy and excitement reach a crescendo, hearing these little clip clop clips through the camp, you turn around and there he is, the one, the only, dashing Dawson. And he's already got his table set up. will be honest. I think maybe I'm not going to try and transition this, and we'll figure out the transition once it's all edited together.
Yeah.
I think that will be better than
I think so.
trying to make something up and then
I think like these next few episodes are going to be just created in a lab.
I think so.